From Sanchez to Chalaba to João Pedro to Maresca and now to Gusto, Chelsea red card record is on fire. Hello guys, welcome to another exciting video. Matchday vibes, we are here again, and we're going to be looking at the Chelsea red card incident. Now they call them Chelsea FC. They call them red card FC. I beg your pardon, right? Because looking at the way they are getting red card nowadays, 5 red cards in 5 games. And while we're watching the game, I told the persons I was sitting around, I told them that, see, immediately the game started, I said Chelsea was going to get a red card. I love everybody just turned and looked at, why will you say that? Yeah, because I know. You can literally look at this team and you know that this team is definitely going to get a red card. The indiscipline in this team is top notch. In this video, we're going to be looking at why Chelsea keeps getting red card all the time. And it's a sad thing looking at the first red card they got, Sanchez. Do you know that for the whole of last season, Chelsea got only 1 red card in the Premier League? The whole of last season, they got just 1 red card. So what's happening? Even against Ajax in the Champions League, you can bet that Chelsea will still pick up a red card. Let's look at the red card they had against Manchester United. Simple ball, just at the beginning of the game, right? I think it was in the 3rd or the 5th minute. Sanchez allowed Mbeumo to score. Just allow Mbeumo to score, and it's 1-0. You guys can come back again and do your thing. But no, it messed it up. It knocked Mbeumo out, and boom, red card. It happened again. I think Chalaba had his own red card. Flimsy red card. Then he moved on to João Pedro. And the latest one we had before this one was Enzo Maresca. And you would want to argue Enzo Maresca's red card because obviously he's the coach and stuff. But I think he got a yellow card initially. And then when Estevao scored that late winner in the game against Liverpool, Maresca was racing down the touchline and he got another yellow. Now, everybody is saying that should not happen. You should give people the room to feel happy. You should give people the room for emotions. Like Enzo Maresca should be able to celebrate without being booked, running down the touchline, going to meet the players, jumping into the fans. He shouldn't get booked with that. And personally for me, I think they are killing the game. Booking somebody for celebrating is crazy, But then that's the rule, You are not supposed to leave your coaching area, and he did that, and he got a second yellow and a red. And everybody thought that at this point Chelsea would be able to relax and say, okay, let's take a chill pill, right? Let's calm down. But that was not the case. They went all out again, Gusto. And funny enough, I just want to talk about the red card scene, But then it's sad that during the first half, Chelsea did not play so well, but they came out in the second half and they started flying, goals here and there, free kick from Pedro Neto, obviously, and Achimpong scoring his first goal for Chelsea. And you would think that, this is supposed to be a comfortable win. But then Gusto picked up a crazy yellow, and immediately he picked up that yellow. I reminded the people I was sitting with, this guy is going to get a red card. And if me, while they're in Nigeria, and they Lagos, I can see from here that this player is going to get a red card. What more you guys that are on the pitch with him? It was a simple science, simple techniques. Knock this guy off already. He's on a yellow already. And he's playing in the midfield. And he would want to prove himself. He want to show that, I'm Gusto, I can tackle and all that. He's definitely... The same thing happened when Manchester United... Chelsea was 10 man down and Casemiro got a yellow card. Everybody in the world, everybody that was watching that game immediately started saying Casemiro is going to get a red card. It did not even take up to 10 minutes. Before the first half was done, he got a red card. So the question is, how are we seeing these things? They decide, or we as fans, we as supporters, as anything, as analysts, how are we able to see that these players are going to pick up red and the coach is not seeing it? The technical team, they are not seeing it. It's baffling, seeing a player like Gusto. You should know he's going to pick up another yellow card and getting a red card. And that was exactly what happened today. Now, one of the reasons I feel this Chelsea team is getting so many red cards is because they are so young. These boys have no experience whatsoever. They don't know how to like manage the situation. They don't know how to like say, okay, I should go into this challenge. If you take note, somebody like Rhys James, it will be very difficult for a player like Rhys James to get a red card because he has experience, you know. But when you look at the players that are getting red cards, they don't have experience as much. This Chelsea side is so young. There's no leader. There's nobody back in the day. Like I can remember when John Terry used to be in the side. There's this command from the defense. Everybody telling everybody, stay there, don't do this, do that, don't do this, don't go there, stay here, don't. But nowadays, players are just doing whatsoever they like. And it's so sad that I would say this, a lot of Chelsea fans will not be happy with this. But even Maresca is showing that he still does not have the experience. Because how can you tell me, right, your players got a red card? One, everybody argued about it. Two, okay, say, okay, it's okay. Three, red card. Four, in fact, the fourth one, now you get them. Okay, let's chill. Let's digest it now. Okay, it's okay. Guess what? Five red card in a row. Not like one red card today, then you come back in another three market days, you get another red card. You come back. No, 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 no. In a roll. In a roll. Five red card. It's a disgrace. And I think at this moment, I don't know what Maresca would do. You know, I don't know what Maresca would do. In fact, when it was being interviewed, this was what Maresca had to say. He said, again, it's something that we can do better, but I'm not concerned. I know that there are some of you that say, why is he not concerned? I'm not concerned because I like to analyze. It's a moment that we consider a red card. Yes, we can avoid that. Yes, for sure we can. For sure, we can avoid that. But also for me, the desire of the players is important. Today, with 3-0, 90 minutes, the game is finished. Malo Gusto can avoid that because it's useless to make a second foul on a yellow card for sure. But also, the good part is Malo is showing that he doesn't want to concede nothing. They don't want to concede a goal. They are playing for a clean sheet. It's the balance we can avoid that for sure. Now, this is what Maresca has to say. Does that make sense to you? Anybody in this world, does that make sense to you? Bro, your team is leading 3-0, like 3-0, right? What is the idea of wanting to keep a clean sheet and losing? Except Malo Gusto is not an important player for Chelsea, but what's the brain behind wanting to keep a clean sheet and losing a very important player? And the player that Malo Gusto fouled was not. It's not like he was going to score, and it was just in the middle of the park, right? So I just feel like Maresca is just trying to make excuses for the players. I understand when it's coming from the angle of, okay, he's trying to understand why the player did what they did. But look at what happened. Manchester United, was Sanchez supposed to do that? Shalaba's red card, was that supposed to happen? What was his name? Joao Pedro, dumb yellow cards, 2 yellow cards and a red. The same thing with you. Were you supposed to run? And I'm hearing it was charged £8,000. I don't know how true is that. Were you supposed to run down the touchline to get that? To get that? Now today, Gusto, you are on a yellow, flimsy yellow, and then you went on to get into another stupid tackle. This is incredible. Chelsea fans in the comment, let me know. Are you impressed with this, or do you feel that this is a problem that Chelsea would need to address as quickly as possible? Because it might hurt them. I'm telling you for a fact. If Chelsea continues to get red cards like this, it's definitely going to affect the team. It's going to affect the reading. It's going to affect the flow. It's going to affect a lot of things about this Chelsea side. And trust me, they are very young. They cannot take a lot of pressure. Most especially with the fact now that they have a lot of injuries in the side. Cole Palmer being out for 6 weeks. Enzo Fernandez not featuring today. You know, Joao Pedro, not Joao Pedro, Delap out. You know, also an injury. Cowell not there. You know, Badashid knocked out, injury as well. You know, so many injuries in the team, and you guys are still getting red card. It really doesn't make sense. Chelsea fan, let me know in the comment section. And if this is the first time you're seeing this video, make sure to like, comment, and do well to subscribe. When you subscribe, you're telling me that yes, Sammy, I encourage you and I like what you're doing. And I'm happy about that from you guys. We have 285 subscribers already. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month. So guys, let's do this together. Peace.